Hello everybody, welcome to daily stock market analysis. Today we got a breakout candle out of this bearish rising wedge on triple Qs. This is NASDAQ ETF, so NASDAQ got a breakout candle. Is this a breakout or a fake out? We'll review it. If you are enjoying the content, please hit the like button. It only takes 1 second. Please share this channel with your friends and family so we can make this channel grow. And also, if you're making money, want to thank, there's a PayPal link in the description. I'll appreciate your donations. All right, so we got a breakout candle, and a lot of times market maker, you can see what happened. There's still divergence on PPO. There's still divergence on RSI. Okay, Nasdaq was up 1.21% with divergence on PPO and RSI. So most probably the TA is telling me that this breakout is going to fail, and this is more like running stops. Okay, a lot of time markets run stops. It tries to fake out. So this is basically triggering short stocks, and this could be a short squeeze. Okay, nothing changed from my end. I'm still expecting lower prices. Okay, there are multiple gaps created to the bottom. If you go to 1 hour chart, I want to show you on Nasdaq, you can see multiple gaps, gap here, gap here, gap here, massive gap here. Okay, even if I go to daily chart, you can see massive gap here. So uh, Nasdaq needs to fulfill these gaps. Okay, so guys, don't be very greedy. Also, if I go to weekly chart, you can see this is like a parabolic move. Okay, it's just going straight up. Okay, you can see what happened here. We had a parabolic move and then we dumped hard. Okay, so guys, don't be greedy here. If you want to really buy wheat. Buy wheat. This is weekly chart of wheat. You can see since February last year, 1 year we're just dumping, and on weekly it's starting to show a little bit of divergence on RSI, nothing on PPO. But if you really want to invest, you should invest in something like wheat, okay, or natural gas if you really want to really do investment. Okay, buy natural gas, buy wheat. Do not FOMO into Nasdaq. Do not FOMO into tech stocks. You can see Apple almost all-time highs. You can see Google just running parabolic. You can see Nvidia just going parabolic. Guys, this is not the time to be a hero. This is time to take profits and be on the sideline. Okay, market is just trying to play games. Also, if I go to MES chart, let's go back to our usual cycle analysis. You can see on daily chart, basically we are going nowhere. Okay, you can see this whole zone here from a month. Okay, sorry, so I got the wrong indicator. You can see this whole zone here since a month. Okay, we're just chopping around in this zone. Okay, nothing happened, nothing changed here. And okay, so going back to MES, if you see my video from yesterday, I was telling you there's a possibility, there's still some time. You can see this cycle high is next Tuesday. You can see there's still some time for this cycle to complete. You can see what happened here. We were getting a dump, and then there was still some time for this cycle to complete. So 3 days we got a pump. Okay, then we got a significant dump, and this dump from top here to the bottom here was almost around 6%. Okay, so something like that can be very possible, guys. So be very careful. We could market is just trying to play games. They can go as high as this previous high, which is this reversal candle. It's around 4208 on MES. And if I go to SPY, this is around 41417. Okay, also there was a gap here around 415. We filled that today as well. So now we are almost about to, we can even go as high as this high. We will just chop around a couple of days, and then I'm expecting a dump here. All right, so going back on MES chart, so basically we are towards the end of this pump, in my opinion. You can do what's best for you. But this cycle top is coming very soon in next couple of days, topping out and then looking for a dump. Okay, if I show you this chart here, this is a MES chart. Look, you can see we are getting very close to this sell zone. It's between this dotted line and this purple line. It's almost, so this rotation can go as high as 3%. So 0.4% will take MES to about 4200. Okay, so it can go slightly higher here, and then I will be expecting a dump. Okay, so basically a dip, actually not a dump is not the right word. So looking for a dip to buy again, to go long. Okay, I'm not going long here. This is not the time to go long. We can see every chart I have. This is also the other chart of MES. You can see we are around top. Above red line is when you were supposed to sell, and we're also above that right now. Okay, so this is not the time to buy time is below here around 4133. So if anything, wait for a pullback. If you really want to go long, this is not the time to go long. Okay, All right, so that covers MES chart. Let's go to NASDAQ 100. Let's go to 1 hour chart and see what's going on. You can see actually we made a new high and looks like we negated. Actually, PPO has some divergence still. Okay, so we made a new high on PPO with still some divergence. Okay, so let me see if it's, yeah, still slight divergence, but on RSI, did we negate that divergence? Let's quickly see. Uh, Slight divergence. Okay, slight divergence on PPO and RSI. Still, we are making new high on divergence. We are following this trend line. So if you want a short, wait for break of this trend line on triple Qs. If you want a short, let's go to daily chart. If you want a short, wait for this purple trend line to break. Okay, you can draw a trend line like this, wait for this to break. So and then that will be your ideal zone. And then if you want to see the target of this, basically you can draw a line like here, and the target of this breakdown could be somewhere around here. Okay, so around 300. So be very careful. And I don't know what the news which will trigger this sell-off, but you got to be very, very careful at these levels. Okay, 1 hour chart, multiple gaps here. Okay, I'm looking for these gaps to fill. Massive gap here. So at minimum, I would be targeting this gap here around 307 at minimum. That's my target before I go high, before it can go higher again. Okay. US30. Okay, let's quickly look at VIX. VIX again dumped higher. The cycle low was around 15th of May. This cycle can be 1 or 2 days out, but it's quite possible we could have seen the bottom today, sorry, the top today, and then now we're heading higher on VIX. Okay. US30, Dow Jones, nothing changed, looking for lower prices. US 2000, although we're getting a pump, looking for lower prices. Okay, looking like we're going higher, but I'm looking for lower prices here on US 2000, and this is the area to buy. And wheat is something very, very interesting. You can see we're going lower still with divergence. You can see if you draw a trend line on wheat future, okay, you can see we broke out, we back tested once, now we're back testing it again. So again, it's kind of stuck between support here and then resistance here, and it has to make a decision between support and resistance. I really want this to break out to go long, but you can see we can even chop around here on this trend line. We can start going lower, start building divergences more the lower we go. This is a year-long wedge. Okay, year-long wedge, and you can see big divergence on RSI and PPO. This is what you want to buy. You don't want to buy NASDAQ here. You want to buy something like this. You can buy wheat. This is the ETF. If you want to go long, this is good for your long-term portfolio. Okay, and let's move along. Let's see where we are. Oil up 3%, surprising move. But again, back to this resistance zone around 73. So it's just chopping around here. And I'm still looking for lower prices. So we can, this cycle low is coming around June. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know what news was there which pumped oil today, but I'm looking for lower prices in oil. Natural gas is kind of flat. Again, looking for lower prices on 1 hour chart. Ideal zone to buy would be this gap fill around 2.22. So I'm looking for that to fill before going long on natural gas. Bitcoin is pumping with the market. Again, really not doing much. So basically, should be topping out soon. Looking for lower prices in Bitcoin. Ethereum is like hardly doing anything. So again, should be topping out soon, and then go looking for lower prices. Gold is going lower. It's very close to my buy zone. Looking for some more lower prices. So around 1900 is when I'm looking to buy gold. Silver is also flat. Just as the buy zone, but looking for some more lower prices on silver before I go long. Dollar was up, so dollar was up, Bitcoin was up, gold was down, so it's kind of contradictory. But market is tricking everybody. That's okay. Looking for lower prices on dollar as well. TNX 0.9% higher. Looks like it did not still fill the gap, but cycle low is coming here around June, so looking for lower prices. And bonds is the real trader's money, and you can see bonds is telling me something else, and S&P 500 is telling me something else. So it's going lower, but the cycle low is still, cycle high is still here. So I'm still looking for some higher prices on bonds before going lower. So looking for some more upside. And looking at other sectors, gold miners, This is my buy zone here around $30. So not looking to buy until it goes there. Looks like a double top here. Okay, so if you for double top price target, usually you can draw a trend line from bottom to the top here. Okay, let's draw a trend line like this, and then you can move this trend line to the breakdown. So exactly in this box, okay, around $30. So that's my target to buy gold miners again. And let's quickly look at other sectors. XLE, again, just a dead cat bounce, I think. It filled this gap, looks like. Let's go to 1 hour chart and see if it did that. No, actually, it created this gap today. So looking for lower prices in XLE sector. Okay, my target, ideal target is 71.55. For this gap fill, XLU was down slightly. Again, looking for lower prices on XLU, XLV, healthcare. Is this a reversal candle? We'll figure it out. But looking for some more. It was kind of down, safety sector, almost flat. So could be just reversing with the S&P 500 before going lower. Financials were up 2%. Again, the cycle high still has some time. So it's possible just going higher, but eventually I'm looking for lower prices on financials. XLI, basically looking for lower prices on XLI as well. XLRE, which is real estate sector, also looking for lower prices on real estate. Okay, and Tesla had a bullish day today. Elon Musk had a board meeting, and he said he's gonna spend some money on advertising, and he talked about AI, so now it's pumping. Again, it's in the middle of nowhere. If you go to 1 hour chart, you can see there's a gap up around 180, 184, and there is gap down around 161. It's in the middle, so it's like neutral right now. So we'll see. There are no indications on where Tesla will go. We'll see if it really wants to. Cycle low is coming here around June, so we'll see if it really wants to go and cover this gap, close this gap before going lower to at least fill this 161. We'll see if that happens. Apple was kind of flat. You can see every sector, like most of the big stocks are pumping, but Apple is doing nothing. I can see Apple like broke out of this bearish rising wedge, and now it's just holding here. And we'll see. I think most likely Apple is going lower, and we'll see the multiple gaps towards the downside. So looking for most of these gaps to fill on Apple. You just got to be patient. Okay, Google is just going in a parabolic move with this massive gap here, one gap, two gaps. So eventually this gap will be filled. So be very, very careful, guys. Here, this might look very bullish, but when it goes down, stock goes down, it just takes like, it comes down in an elevator way. Okay, it doesn't, when it goes up, goes up on ladder. Let's quickly see. This looks like a bull flag. Let's see, did we complete the bull flag target? So if I draw a target from here, and if I take this flag out from the zone, as you can see, this target is already finished. So basically, also there was a gap here, which we also filled. So Google most likely completed all the targets. And there's no divergence on PPO on Google, so that's a good thing. RSI also no divergence, which is a bullish chart. So it's a buy the dip chart right now on Google. So I'll get rid of this. Microsoft going higher, and you can see still PPO has divergence, RSI still has divergence, and there's also a gap down, a massive gap down here. This gap will be filled. We just don't know when it's going to be filled. Okay, so looking for lower prices here. Snowflakes, again, you can see this top is coming here, should top out very soon, and then looking for lower prices on Snowflake. Meta up 1.53%. Looking for multiple gaps to be filled. We'll see how many of these gaps fill when this dump starts. Amazon looking really bullish. It closed above this previous candle. Let's go to 1 hour chart and see if we, yeah, there's still this gap created today. So looking for that gap to fill eventually. Multiple gaps to the downside. Amazon is looking good, but when it goes down, it just goes down in a straight line. So be very, very careful on Amazon as well. Netflix, I think it's holding this trend line. So wait for this trend line to break. You can see it came very close to this trend line and bounced again today. Wait for this trend line to break before shorting Netflix. Nvidia, very, very bullish move, still going higher, but you can see, guys, it's still not able to negate this divergence on PPO and RSI, which is very concerning for me. So be very, very careful. If you're going long on Nvidia, look to take profits very, very soon. If you go to 1 hour chart, you can see slight gap created today, a gap here, multiple gaps to the downside. Maybe after earnings we will get a dump. Just be very careful on NVIDIA. You can see what happened here. Parabolic move, dump. This is also parabolic move. Okay, so we'll see when we'll get this dump. AMD again on this sell zone, big resistance zone. Okay, nothing changed here. Again on this sell zone. Again we are back testing this trend line here. I did not change anything. Back test before going lower. And let's quickly review Disney. Disney was up 2%. Again in this buy zone here, you can see this massive buy zone. This is a zone to accumulate. Okay, it can still go lower. Okay, this is previous low around A73. It can even go to like this in 70s, 79. That's going to be very good to buy. But this is a zone to buy in your long-term portfolio. PayPal, I'm expecting some more lower prices. If I go to weekly, you can see this is a parabolic move up. We can get a parabolic move down. So let's see when that happens. So not bullish on PayPal. Sophie, if you go to daily chart, it's in the buy zone. You can see it's in the buy zone last couple of days. Now we're bouncing. It can still go lower, but you can see we still have some divergence. We went lower with divergence on PPO and RSI. So still good time to buy Sophie. Also this gap, if you look at my video of a couple of days ago, I said this gap could be filled. Still very close to filling this gap. Let's go to 1 hour chart and see. Still not fill this gap, so still we can go higher to fill this gap. Okay guys, that's it for me. If you're still here, if you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button. I really appreciate that, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.